I mean, just listen to that water, bro. So relaxing. There's the sign. We didn't stop to take a picture, you know? Honestly, I was just ready to go get the camper set up and not even deal with getting out kind of randomly in the middle of the street to take a picture. Would have been a good picture, but hey, that one had to suffice, right? This is just inside of our camper. As you can see, we don't have any slide outs or anything like that. I pulled this camper with 1500, so definitely, you know, we had to keep it light, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely meets all of our needs. It's got the bunkhouse, we got that oven, the fridge with some nice cold drinks, mostly water, but hey, we got some sparkling water, some White Claw, some syrup for pancakes. You know, we were ready for anything. Yeah, and speaking of the 1500, there it is. So this is a Forest River X Lite. I think it's about 28 feet long. So it seems big to me, but again, without the slides, it's pretty lightweight. This is just how I set us up around the campfire. There's my family in the background. You can see them coming back from a trail while I was setting up. This campground's cool because it comes with this kind of gazebo thingy on every site, I think. As we walked around, I'm pretty sure I saw that everywhere. And I think that's pretty cool, to be quite honest. Here's just a view as the sun starts to go down. This is our area. I brought a big fan because I knew it was going to get pretty hot and probably a little humid. Trash section with no trash bag. Our trash did end up getting violated. I think Saturday night, probably a raccoon or something. I don't know. We didn't catch the culprit, but somebody got in there, and I think they were messing with the popcorn or something. This is one of the first trails we went on. I think this was called the Pedernales Falls Trail. I don't remember, to be completely honest, but there we go. It was early in the morning. Had my coffee right there. Had to bring you with me. As always, there's no better way, right? Here's kind of like a overview of the main falls section, I guess. So this is all a bunch of like limestone. Looks pretty cool, man. I mean, these images don't even give it justice, but look at that. The walkway down there is nice too. I mean, check it out. Just well kept state park, you know. Was it hot? Yeah, it was pretty darn hot. But like I said, it was pretty early in the morning, so it wasn't too crazy. So
yes, but don't climb the edge.
You know, we were out here. We were chilling. Not literally, because like I said, it was hot, so we weren't chilling. But we were out there doing our thing. Again, just checking out the overlook. The dog came with us this time around. That was cool. So of course had to bring the little dog bowl for water and stuff. Got to keep her hydrated. If you're wondering what kind of dog she is, she's a Yorkie poo. So pretty much a Yorkie and a poodle mixed. I think the mom was a poodle. Very dramatic warning sign there, but hey, it proves the point. Don't get in that water unless you want to end up like that dude in the picture. All right, and then we continue to walk down. We started heading down to the falls themselves. It got a little more rugged. Not very technical, you can say, but a little bit more rugged. The dog was doing a great job, though, for as small as she was. She was out here being, like, agile and stuff. Like, it was crazy. A lot of cat-like reflexes on her part, even though she's not a cat. Okay, let's see. So we're headed down. At some point, too, it almost feels like you had to figure out your own way. Like, the trail isn't as obvious anymore. But that's fine. You know, we figured it out. Somehow we made it, right? Check me out in my Crocs. Just living my best life. So if I can hike this with Crocs on, you can do it. I believe in you.
Yes. Well, it's not still because water.
Bam. Big jump. here's everybody just posing for pictures. It was just a good morning, man. I mean, look around. The sun was out, but like I said, it wasn't too crazy. The formations out here were really cool. As you can see, like some of these little holes, I don't know what the technical name for these are, but all these, little breaks in the rocks were so cool, and some of them really deep too. Some filled with water, some kind of dried out. It had been raining quite a bit too the week before we got there, so I wonder how this, kind of normally looks when we're in drought conditions. But yeah, really cool. There was another section off to the side too where there were actually like little kids coming out of. I don't know if it was like a cave or something, but that was pretty cool. I wasn't gonna send my kids down there though. I ain't crazy like that. I've seen 127 hours, bro. I am not about to live that life. Nope, I like my arms. This section here, this is just kind of looking out at the water as the water comes in. Like I said, really cool, refreshing while you're here sipping on your coffee, thinking about life, like all the things about life, all the cool things. Reflecting on life. What is life? Why is life? How is life? Okay, I didn't think about that at all. Probably spent most of my time telling my kids that I have snacks in the bag or something. But yeah, we were out here chilling. They also had a little section that was like a beach, like it was very sandy. And that's where we started walking towards here in just a moment. But yeah, you can see it right up there, up at the top of the screen. So at some point it was getting really windy, as you can see and hear in this clip. But very cool. The water looked, for the most part, like pretty clear, pretty nice water. Don't know where it comes from, but I guess there's a Pedernales River, right? Don't ask me about geography. Here's the beach section. Looks really cool. Was I about to sit down and make a sandcastle? Nah, not today. Not today, Satan. Was not gonna do that. Plus, I'm not even good at making sandcastles. I've tried before, and I don't know, dude. I think ants have me beat. Like, I think definitely ants are better at making structures out of powder or dirt-like material. This is us heading out. We took another trail down to the river. The river was pretty cool. The kids liked it. I would say that getting down there, if you had a lot of cargo with you, it's a little inconvenient. Some people were going down there with their ice chests and all that stuff, and I'm telling you, bro, it was pretty steep. I don't know how they did it. I'm glad I didn't have to do it. After that, we went to go eat at this place called the Pig Pen. Recommend the brisket, recommend the turkey, recommend the Mexican street corn. It was a good time. It was out in Dripping Springs. Took us, 15 minutes or so to get out there. Had a great time. Stopped at the gas station, got some more snacks, and then got ready for the fire, baby. No burn ban. No burn ban puts me in a good mood, because a campfire is probably one of my favorite things about camping. And I brought my TikTok shop solo stove. So this sucker I got for like $45 versus what, like $250 that you'd pay for a solo stove of this caliber. These things are cool though, man. Like, it's pretty easy to light your fire, as you can see. Ba-bam! We got fire! Now that we got the fire going, time to get some drinks. Okay, we don't drink a lot. But you know how I said we stopped at the gas station? Well, I also got some Trulies. They didn't have my go-to seltzer, which is more the Topo Chico, or the Michelob Ultra, or you can't go wrong with White Claw, but they only had Truly. They're a little too sweet for me, to be real. So yeah, after that, just came, chilled by the fire, put my feet up, just took some time to chill, not grill, but hang out here by the fire. Sometimes I just get stuck staring at the fire, man. I don't know why, but sometimes I'm just mesmerized by it. You know, I mean, just check it out. So I took these pretty cool shots where, you know, in slow-mo, the fire is even more mesmerizing. If you ask me, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. But check that out. Yeah, I mean, it was a hot summer day, but at night, it felt pretty good outside. You know, like this fire didn't make it any hotter. It definitely didn't make it any cooler, as in temperature, but it definitely made it cooler, as in we had a cool time. But, I mean, just check out the fire. It's mesmerizing. I can stare at this all day. Well, no, I'd probably get hot, but I can stare at it for a long time. Yeah, baby. And the sky was nice too. I didn't really see stars, but I kind of wasn't looking for them. I'm not a big fan of stars, I guess. I mean, they're cool. When we went out to Big Bend, I was out there looking at the stars, but for this time, I really wasn't looking that much, to be real. And the fire was burning. Shout out to the Solo Stove, TikTok edition. So then the next day was checkout day pretty much, but we were like, let's go hit up some more trails, man. I think we went to what's called the Twin Falls Trail. I think that's what this one is. It was pretty cool. They did have some sections closed off. I guess I don't know what was going on. I don't know, but I guess the part where it's supposed to be like the Twin Falls overlook was closed off for some reason. But we didn't get to pass through there. Or we passed through it. We didn't get to go to where the overlook actually was. So essentially we were just kind of walking through nature with no real destination in hand other than getting back to the start. It was cool nonetheless. Very nature-y. Yeah, and then there were some parts too like this where it got kind of steep.
Come on.
And everyone was kind of getting a little stuck and stuff, you know. But the kids did great. My kids are pretty good at hiking. Maybe not the fastest at hiking, you know. Maybe we're not going to win any speed awards or anything, but definitely get it done, you know. So especially little parts like this where you kind of have to climb up and stuff. My coffee came out with us again. Having a good time. Yapping and drinking some coffee while walking the trail. This trail was, I guess, the Trammel crossing. So this was cool. This is kind of the last thing we really did. So as we... and this was right next to our campground. We stayed in campground 33. And this little trail was right by our site. So we pretty much just walked it. It was pretty short. I don't know. I would say at most half a mile, but honestly, probably a quarter of a mile. And it was cool because you can come here, get your feet wet, get some nice scenery in.
I guess. Yeah,
my kids like to get their hiking shoes and socks wet. That was a great time. Their shoes probably still smell right now if I were to go smell them. I don't know where they're at, but I should probably wash them. Good idea. Note to self. Wash their shoes. But very nice, relaxing, man. I'm telling you, it might be this hot Texas summer heat, but bro, it was still a good time. At this point in the morning, this was probably like 10 a.m. It still felt great, and then once you got up in there and got your feet wet, it was good. There was not a whole lot of complaints that I could make about this situation. And then just check out the water, man. Like, so nice, clear. The word that comes to mind is refreshing. That's just the word I keep playing over and over in my head. Refreshing. And a little refreshing. but very cool. I mean, check out the scenery. It was nice. Got to get the slow-mo walk in, right? But yeah, it would be cool to just kind of like pull up some chairs and just hang out right there. I bet they don't let you, but you know. We had Kiara out here chilling too, getting her feet wet. But yeah, so again, if you're thinking about camping out here in the Texas summer heat, this is a good place to go.